Have guests coming over tonight? No problem. Look at this nice little appetizer. And the best part of it is you could put this together in about 10 minutes. There's nothing to it. This, my friends, is called Bruschetta. Okay? And stick around. Once again, we're going to tell you how to make it. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. And today we're making a little appetizer that you could put together in 10 minutes. It's going to take probably a little longer than that because I'm going to explain everything as we go. But this is bruschetta. Okay, and when you get people coming over and you want to keep them a little occupied before the main meal, and you want to give them a little appetizer, this is a great way to do it, and super simple. So let's get into it. So I got a ciabatta bread, I got a red onion, I got a big tomato, olive oil, homemade garlic powder. This is the best garlic powder you'll ever eat. I got 2 cloves of garlic, balsamic vinegar, salt and pepper, and that's it. Piece of cake, right? Okay, let's get right to it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to dice up the tomato. Now, between the tomato and the onion, these got to be fine diced. Okay? And we can do that. Yeah, this one's pretty simple. Let me put this over here. We like simple. There you go. And that's going to be a fine dice. So I'm going to finish dicing up this tomato, and then we'll go. Now we're going to get to the onion. So we're using the red onion today. Okay, and I think what we're going to do is use a half. Okay, and we'll just peel that back like that. Oop. Almost got me. Can't have that. Alright, let's get this out of the way. So I want to try dicing this up so I don't cry. Sometimes these onions are pretty strong. So now we got the onion diced. Alright, so we're going to take some of the homemade garlic powder, which is best garlic powder you'll ever have. Homemade. And we're going to sprinkle a little in there just like that. Okay? But we're not done with it. And we're going to take a little balsamic vinegar, just a splash, and put that in. Okay, maybe 4 or 5 tablespoons if you have to be accurate. And then we're going to do about the same with the olive oil. Okay? And some cracked black pepper. Okay, because you know I like it. Okay? Get that out of the way. And we're going to toss this. We're going to mix this thoroughly, break up the onions. Okay? Just like this. Try to break it up as much as you can into small pieces. So, this is what you're going to have. This is what you're going to be left with. Okay? And that's the topping. So now let's get to the bread. We got a beautiful piece of ciabatta bread. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the end off. This is nice and crusty. This is going to be perfect. Okay? And we're going to cut maybe, good 1/2-inch pieces. Kind of like this. Okay? And cut another piece. This is going to be real good. Now, like I says, once you get the hang of this for an appetizer, I mean 10 minutes tops to put this together. You know, I mean, I'm taking a little bit more time today to show you, you know, technique and what we do. But once you learn this, it's a piece of cake. There's nothing to it. Okay. Let me cut one more. Just like that. Okay. So this is what I got. Okay. All right. Now we'll move to. So now I turn the oven on. Well, not the oven, but the. We have a flat top. I'm getting it nice and hot. Okay, but what we're gonna do in the meantime, right, is we're gonna brush the bread with some nice olive oil. Okay, just like this. We're not gonna soak it, but we want a nice flavor. And when we put it on the flat top, I want to make sure that it gets good color. See what I mean? This is easy. This is easy stuff, and you could bang this out in a couple of minutes. It's not a big deal. Okay. All right. So I just hold every step of the way. I want to show you guys, just so you know. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So what we're gonna go back to our homemade garlic powder. And we're gonna put a little bit on, just like this. Because I like garlic. Now, you know, once again, this is all about what you like. Okay. I had to take a whiff of that garlic powder. That's delicious. Food's gotta taste good. That's my motto. Okay, when that grill gets good and hot, I'll show you the next step. Grill's nice and hot, so time to put the bread on. Okay, just like this. We want to make sure it gets nice and toasty, because this bread is crusty already, which is great. I mean, that's the whole idea of this. You got to get good crusty bread. Now, unfortunately, where I live, it's very, very hard to get good bread here. As opposed to the Bronx, New York. You know, back in the old days. And I think one of the problems they have here, making good old school Italian bread, is that the altitude, I think, affects the process. I'm not a big baker, but I think that's what the problem is. You know, once again, I could be wrong, but alright. So we're moving right along. And let's let this get some good color before we put the top. So everything's coming along, and you know, we happen to have this flat top on our stove, but you could do this in the oven. You could do it in a frying pan. You could even do it in a toaster. Okay, so you know, you don't actually need that. Actually, they sell flat tops that you could put on here in addition. But we're going to let this go another couple of minutes and then check it again. Now, we're not too far away from flipping them over, so I want to put a little bit of oil on the other side as well. Remember, we're not going too heavy on the oil at this point. Okay, so just want to pat a little bit on there, just like that. So now we flip. Nice. Actually, let me show the camera without dropping this. See, that's what we want. Nice color, but not burnt. Okay, this one's actually a little bit better. Okay. Remember, nice color, but not burnt. Main thing is I'm trying not to get burnt. That's why a toaster works pretty good too, you know. If you have thin enough bread, and bring this down closer to the heat. Okay. I'm actually going to turn the heat off because this flat top holds a lot of heat. Okay, so we want to let that get a little bit of color, and then we're going to plate up. That's all there is to this, folks. And I put the topping on, and we're good to go. Let me show you guys what I got. See how nice and toasty this is? Okay. Because I like it a little bit more garlicky. I don't know if that's a word. Is that a word, garlicky? I think so. I'm going to take a clove of garlic, and I'm just going to rub this. Rub each piece with a clove of garlic, because that leaves a nice bit of flavor. And now that this is nice and toasty, this should do pretty well. I always wish you guys could smell this. The garlic, the oil, oh, fantastic. There we go. Alright, this one's done. You'd be surprised how much garlic comes off of here. On the crusty bread, it's like almost like a grater. A little more over here. Okay. I think we're good with that. Okay. Now, what you want to do is give this a stir. And just let me arrange these a little better. And you put this topping right on there, just like that. Okay. That's really all there is to it, folks. You know, this is something you can make. You could whip this up in 10 minutes. If you got guests hanging around, you know, waiting for the main meal. And this is just a great way to get the evening started, you know. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the balsamic and just drizzle a little bit on it. Just like this. This is going to be good. Very nice. It's awesome. Okay. Almost ready. All right, folks. And here we go. Here's the bruschetta. Like I said, this is a 10-minute appetizer. You got people hanging around waiting. They can have a cocktail waiting for the main course. Now, there's 1,000 ways you can make this, okay? You want to put cheese on it, put cheese on it. You don't like onions, don't put the onions, okay? You know, whatever you like, okay? So let's take this for a spin. And let's see how this tastes. Mmm. Mmm. The bread is perfect. With that drizzling of olive oil, it's good. This is real good. Mmm. Mmm. I don't like to talk with my mouth full. This is a keeper. So, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and click all notifications. So, as always, love your life, eat good food, and stay tuned because we got more coming. See you in the next one. Take care.